Hi. Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you are new to our channel, make sure to subscribe so that you will get notifications for our upcoming videos. So, in this video series, we are working on solving programming quiz programming puzzles. We are using Java as a programming language and NetBeans IDE. This is our third video. So in this video, what we are going to do is the same for the previous video. We have taken a sample question from leetcode.com website. So this question, today's question is saying, find the longest common prefix from the given string, from the given array string. Okay, what that means is, let's take an example. This is an array. So flower first, and the third one floor. So one of the assumptions is that all characters are in small letter, so they are all in a similar small case. So in this given string array, what the question is asking is to find the longest common prefix. The common prefix means the beginning of each word, right? So the longest prefix means, let's say here F is common for all, so we have F, and we keep counting. We don't stop on F. If we have L here, L, we have L here, but we don't have here. So our longest character or our longest common prefix is just F. But if we have FL here, then our longest character will be FL, 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 so FL. It has to be a consecutive characters. Okay, so this is the question. And if by any chance, if we are given a string like this, if this is our given list of strings, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be any length. Okay, so for example, for this one, we have nothing in common, so we have to return an empty string. If any of the array elements is empty, then we can return empty as well. Because if one of the array elements or one of the array string is empty, then there will never be a common prefix. Okay, even if I have A here and I have A here, there's nothing here, so the common prefix is going to be nothing or empty string. Sorry, it's not nothing, it's an empty string. Okay, so this is the question. This is what we are going to solve in this video. So as I said previously, we are going to use NetBeans IDE for Java language. So let's create our project. We are using a simple Java library, Java application. We're just using a simple console application. So here we are going to create a project called find largest common prefix. Okay, so finish. This will create a new project for us. So here we are going to write our function. So the logic here is, or the concept that we are going to implement here is, this is, for example, let's take the first example. So in here, what we are going to do is, the question guarantees that there will not all the characters are going to be small letters, and all of them are characters from A to Z. So small letter A to Z characters. So what I can do is I can take this one as a common array, and I'm going to loop through all the other array elements. I'm going to take F, and I'm going to check if I have F in this element and in this one as well. If F is found on all the elements, then I'm going to register F and keep on adding. Then I'm going to check FL. I'm not going to check L. Okay? It has to be a common prefix. So I'm going for FL now. So I have FL here. I have FL here. So the common is FL. Now FLO. So do I have FL here? No. So I'm not going to check here. It doesn't matter. Even if I have FLO here, this one fails. So there is no common FLO. So the loop will end here, and the returning string is going to be FL. FL is the largest common prefix. Okay. So this is the logic we are going to implement. So let's create our function. Public static. The return is a string. Find largest common prefix is the function name, and the function name is going to accept a string array. Variable name is given array. So this is our function signature. So what we are going to do is, first, as I've told you in the explanation here, first we have to check for empty strings. If I have empty in anywhere, I have to stop. Right? So first I have to check for an empty string. First, if the array is empty as a whole, because this could be a given array with nothing in it. So I have to check for those exceptions first, because this will simplify the execution and the performance will be better for empty strings, because I don't have to check anything other than the array count. Okay, so if given array dot length equal to 0, then I'm going to return empty string. Let's keep checking. Now, else I'm going to start coding. In this condition, I'm going to take, as I told you here, I'm going to take the first element of the array as a reference. So for that, we are going to create another string. So let's call that first string or reference string, just to give it a descriptive name. And the code is going to be given array of 0, the first element in the array. Okay, then I'm going to check if that first string is empty. Okay, because if the first string is empty, then I don't have to check anything. If the second string is empty, or if the last string is empty, I don't have to check anything. So right now I have the first string. So before start comparing anything, I can check here. If first string dot length is 0, then I'm not going to do anything. I just return empty string. Now else, the logic starts, or the logic will begin here. Okay. So now we are going to start for loop, because we are going to check each element of the array for the specified character from the first string. So let's create a for loop int I equal to 0, sorry, I equal to 0, I less than. Now first string is my reference. If my first string is the longest, then it's going to take me a while. If my first string is the shortest, then it will save my time. Okay, that's why. If the first string is the longest, then we'll have another method to check that. We'll see it in the for loop. So I plus plus. Now in this for loop, I'm going to check. Okay, I'm going to take one character from the starting point. Okay, so here let's create another string variable here. Found characters. So I'm going to store the found characters that I'm storing here. So now I will take the first character F and store it on the found characters, and I'm going to check if that found character is available on all the elements of that array. If that's the case, then I'm going to increment one character and I'm going to store that on the found characters, and I'm going to check that on all the array items. Okay, so in the for loop, found characters equal to first string dot substring. So from the substring, I'm going to use this one. This function has two functions, so the function is overloaded. This one takes the beginning and it will go to the end of the string. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to specify the beginning and the end, because I'm going to take limited characters. So the first one I'm going to take from 0 until I plus 1. So this is I. For the first time, I is equal to 0. So it's going to be 0 and I plus 1, 0 plus 1 till 1. So starting from 0 until 1, which means it's one character. Starting from 0 until 1 is going to be F. Okay. Now I'm going to search for this found character in all the array items. So I'm going to create another for loop here. Okay. This is called nested array. So j is less than given array dot length. Okay, here j should start from 1. Why? Because j starts from the second element. The first element is taken as a reference, right? Here, given array of 0 is taken as first string. I'm going to use that as the first string or a reference string. So the loop should start from 1, the second string in the array. Okay. So here, as we discussed previously, we have to check for the given array length first. If that given array length is 0, or if we bypass that, that means let's assume this as an example, ABCD. Here it's AD. So what we did is we took this as a reference, and I'm going to check A with this, B with this, right? Now C with nothing, which means there's nothing to compare. So this is the longest common. It should be the longest common because I have nothing to compare other than that. So I have to check that as well. So here, before comparing it with additional with the string, I have to check the count. So if given array of j dot length is greater than found characters dot length. Okay, so if this is the case, then I'm going to return empty string because I've completed sorry, not an empty string, because found characters, we have a few characters to show, but here I have to check that if if the first string is 0 is checked here. So now in here, first string first string is checked. So here I have to check the given array, right? So if the given array dot j length if equal to 0, which means if the given array length is greater than found characters dot length. Okay, I think we can check this one first, because if it's 0, then comparing greater than doesn't make sense. So let's try this one. We can make changes anytime, so we can update the code. So the next one, this is else. So if the given array dot length equals 0, then return empty string. Else if the given array dot length is greater than found characters, then we can compare if it's greater than. If it's not greater than, then we have to return the specified character. Okay, so now here let's take the current character. The current character means, now let's say I got f, so I have to check this f with this, right? So this is the found characters. So this one is current, this one is current as well. So when I get FLO as found characters, then I have to take 3 characters and make them current, so that I can compare the current string with the found characters, the current character with the found character. So here I declared a variable called current and put a value given array of j dot substring. So on the substring we are going to use the second one. We can just provide the parameter here, doesn't matter, comma and I plus 1. This substring parameter has to be the same as this one, because I'm checking, if I'm checking one character from the first string, I have to compare it with one character from the other array elements as well. Now here I can say if found characters, dot equals. Now we are comparing found characters with current. So if they are equal, it's going to return true. So now I'm going to say if it's false, which means if the two strings, found characters string and current string, if they are not equal, then what I can say, I can return the found characters. But here the found characters is going to add one character always, because right now I'm saying if they are not equal. If they are not equal means, in our example, if I said FLO, FLO is not equal to this one. It's equal for FL, but not when O is added. So I can't return FLO because FLO is not the similar. So I have to select from first string dot substring, start from 0 until I. Okay, until I means right now I is going to represent the current character. Here we are comparing I plus 1. So I made I, which means minus 1. Practically it's a minus 1, right? So if FLO is not equal, then I'm going to subtract 1. So I'm going to return FL. Until FL, they are both similar. Let's say if this is like this, then I'm going to fail. I will find F, but I'm going to fail on L. So when I return the common string, I'm going to subtract L, and F is the only common character. So that's why here I selected from 0 to I, not I plus 1. Okay, so else it's just it's going to be character counter. Character counter means how many characters did we get, or how many similar characters did we get. Okay, so for that let's declare a character integer here. You can call it counter and starts from 0. So here I'll say counter plus plus. Okay, so this will maintain all the conditions. We'll test it, so we'll see if we miss anything. So after this for loop, here we are checking if given array count is 0, return empty. If it's greater than found characters, do this. So here we need another else. This else will maintain if given array length is less than or equal to found characters, which means in our case, what if this is the case, or what if this is the case, which means we have come to FL, but for this one there is nothing to check for the third character. Even if we have O here, there's nothing to compare here. Okay, so every time we have to check for what we found and what is the length of each element. If we reached the length of the element, then that is the longest. Okay, because there will be nothing to compare after that, after this. So here else is going to solve that issue. So if we come to this step, then we can return first string dot substring from 0 to I. because I'm going to say I, I'm not saying I plus 1 because I plus 1 will include an extra character which is not common. So after this, when we complete the for loop, the bigger for loop, here we are going to return the found characters, but we are going to read that from first string dot substring. Now I can't use I, right? Start from 0 and go to I, but I can't say this because I'm out of the for loop and I is out of scope. So for this we added counter. Always counter is mostly equal to I. Why I'm saying mostly? Because all the conditions might not reach here, but if counter plus 1 means we've found a match and we are going for another character. If we are not going for another character, then it's going to fail here, it's going to fail here or here. There's no other option. Okay, so here we are going to return from 0 until counter. If the counter is 2, then we are returning from 0 to 2, which means 3 characters. Okay, so this is our function. We can test our function. Let's test it. That will guarantee our code. Actually, we are using sample test cases, so it may not be a complete test. Okay, this has to be an array, and here this is going to be our result. We are going to call this function and give it input. So this function will return result. So I'm going to system.out results. Now we can run our application. Okay, so we have 3 similar characters. So I'm getting 3 similar characters. If I remove everything and give it an empty array, then the return is empty. If by any means and there is an empty element in the array, the returning is going to be empty. Okay, so let's take another example. Let's take this. So let's paste it here. Let's remove the extra brace. So what are we expecting? We are going to get A. So only A is common for all. So we are getting A. So I can't guarantee the completeness of the function, but as far as we have tested it, it's proved. Okay, but always you can test your function on leetcode.com. So go to the website leetcode.com and find largest common prefix problem, and you can submit your answer. So LeetCode will test it in about 900 or similar test cases, and it will tell you if it's accepted or if it fails on any given test data. Okay, so you can go check it, and also you can find the source code in our website. So the website I'm telling you about is leetcode.com. this is the website I took the sample question from, and they also have a real great evaluation mechanism, so that they will tell you if your function is accepted or not after testing it in relatively many test case data. So if you want the sample code explained here, you can get it from our website, freesampleprojects.com. So here as well, but these days www is not really necessary. So freesampleprojects.com, you can go here and search it for the find largest common prefix function name, and definitely you will get the code, and you'll get many other complete projects developed in Java, C#, PHP, and others, also Android applications as well. So go check our website. So we have completed this question. If you have any questions, or if you have any better solution than this, right now we have used two for loops or nested for loops, so it will affect the performance. If you have a better solution, please paste it in our website, comment it in our website, or you can also comment it on the comment section, or you can email your solution to us, and we'll give credit for that. And if you like our video, please hit the like button and share it to your friends as well. And I'll repeat it here. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure that you are subscribed, and make sure to click the bell icon as well, so that whenever we add new videos, YouTube will send you a notifications. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.